We've arrived at the Bluebells. It's approximately 6:15 in the morning. Oh, there's a bunny in the Bluebells. We've just seen a bunny in the Bluebells. And we're still struggling for a composition, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, really.
Where are you? You're there.
We've come at what I thought was going to be the right time of the day, but I'm increasingly starting to think that's not the right time of the day. I don't think that's the right time of the day.
It's the
The
cloud
light's
coverage, I
really
think, isn't
hard.
it? Just the cloud coverage, just the fact that it's a really bright day.
Yeah, we'd have been better with diffused light cloud.
Yeah. But we just got to get creative, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of some close-up bokeh shots.
I think that's what I'm going to focus on, to be honest, which is
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
No.
I think I'm going to break out the long lens, and so I think we're going to get creative.
Yep.
Some backlight, maybe some close-up stuff. Break out the tripod, do a bit of macro.
We'll see what happens. See what
Yeah.
we get.
Macro, I think, is going to be or not quite one-to-one macro, but closer on the tripod, and live view maybe. Use the focus peaking that I've got on my D850. Get a bit creative. So we got out of bed at 5 and for nothing basically. But hey, it's the best part of the day. There's no one about it. Lovely.
Yeah.
Good. All is good in the world.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I'm going to play about with my 35mm, I think, at 1.8, and see if I can get some really shimmery
I can get
bokeh ones.
that close
Oh.
with this at 2.8. You'll probably get better bokeh with yours because you'll be. I don't know though, actually. Let's see. Right, I'm going to get my tripod out and have a wander.
So that's us ready, and we're going to get creative with the Bluebells and go for some bokeh shots, see what we can do, and gonna walk down that way to see if there's some more enclosed areas, to see if we can diffuse the sunlight a bit and have it streaming through the woods. So where's the thing on? So keep tuned, and we'll see how we get on.
Basically, I've got my camera on a tripod, shooting the Bluebell just in front of the camera, which would be that one. The front of my lens is only probably 6 inches away from the Bluebell. I'm shooting in live view.
Mr. Blooper there.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep the glare away from the front of the lens. I'm struggling. That's a bit better, isn't it? How's that? Yeah, so shooting in live view, manual focus, and I'm using the focus peaking function on the D850 to highlight the point of focus. I'm shooting at f2.8, which is the widest aperture on this lens. I'm shooting with the Tamron 28 to 75 f2.8 constant aperture zoom lens, which is actually doing the job really nicely. It's very close focusing, and I can throw out the background with the wide aperture. As I said, I'm shooting in manual mode, manual focus as well, 1/25 of a second at f2.8 ISO 64, The histogram is displayed on there, as you can see. A nice even histogram, not blowing any highlights or losing any shadows. Problem we have is, as you can probably see, it's windy, so the Bluebell is blowing about, but hopefully I can crank up the shutter speed, which I will do, take a few test shots and see how it goes. But that's the image that I'm going to come away with today, I think. Something a bit more intimate, the intimate landscape, as we like to say. So that was a good job I done a test shot, because the shutter speed of 1/25 of a second was way too slow with the movement in the Bluebell. So now I've gone to 320th of a second, still at f2.8, but I've had to turn my ISO up to 800 to balance the exposure, get a correct exposure. So hopefully this shot will come out sharp, just with 800 ISO, but that's not a problem with this camera or most modern cameras. So I've increased the ISO to enable me to increase the shutter speed. Gemma's wandered off. Let's see if we can find her. I think she's gone. There's another little bit of the woods further through. We'll see if I can find her, see if I can locate her. I'll probably hear her before I see her. I found her. I hope the audio is better now, because I put the dead cat on. I forgot to put the microphone muffler on for the wind, so hopefully you can hear me better now. I found Gemma. She's in a different part of the Bluebell forest. Don't know whether she's found anything. She's waving at me, so that might be a good sign. Waving's always good. What do you think, Gem? You found anything?
Yeah, definitely have.
That's good. Going macro?
No. Zoomed into this tree in front of me here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know yet until
Righty-ho, we'll see. The light is quite high now, but we're still shooting away.
Richard's just gone back to his bag, carefully all through the part of the woods, to find our Osmo Pocket to do some vlogging, and just like the name, it's in my pocket.
Well, hopefully you can hear us or hear me. The wind has really picked up, but Gemma is now coming back. She's been in a different part of the woods. It's been a difficult morning compositionally. I don't know if Gemma's fared any better, but this is me saying goodbye until next time, and I hope you're all staying safe, and I'll see you next time.
It's been a tricky morning, mainly with Richard's uninspiring mood and not being able to find a composition. But I think I'm going to be quite happy with a couple of them. And once I get them in Lightroom and play about with the exposure, yeah, I think I'm going to be happy, because I wanted the light streaming in, like a diffused, strong light streaming into the woods. So I think I'm going to be happy. And I've got a couple of arty shots at 1.8 aperture, so you get a nice blur and bokeh. So see what comes up. It's bye from me. Goodbye. travel with it. Whole lot of goodness. I didn't know you were filming that there. I was pretending it was a bowl of cereal.
The look of concentration on that face. You know what you're
Because
doing?
I can't find a composition, is that the...
Do you know what you're doing?
Do I know what I'm doing?
Well, you're just blagging the whole of this.
Oh, I know how to take a photo, yes.
Having fun? You took your glasses off.
I look a bit weird, don't I?
No, you don't. Oh dear, you cracked me up.
You were filming.
No, I know you didn't.
Richard's just gone back, all the way back to his bag to find our vlogging camera, the DJI Osmos Pocket.
Osmo!